hata bimbo ikichapa wacha ichape tu abiaje Lilian zinaoni sema unaitwanga Gazelle.
Hey, Gazelle.
Okay, Gazelle.
I have a new name.
Atinga Galindem Mazimoni aye uko poa all right sasa tunataka hapa maendeleo pia maendeleo hapa ni puta Lilian what's up?
I'm wondering, are you the referee? Are you supporting Brazil? What are you?
Both. Yes. Smart. I play, I whistle, I do whatever you want.
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
Good to have you on the show, Mwala.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Let me have a seat. Or what do you think? Yeah? I can have a seat,
yeah, you can. You can do whatever makes you happy.
All right.
Nikulete stool.
Hakuna haya stool. Let me see. Ayo ni wakwetu lakini ujuaje. Kama relative. Ndio. Yes.
Karibu. Abisa.
Let's go on.
Well, that is the whistle to kick off the show by Mwala. Mwala just ambushed us in this studio. He said he's saying there's no referee in this show. We need a referee. Sasa yeye amekuja hapa kama referee. Lakini other than Mwala tuko na mheshimiwa hapa Bwana Alfred Mutua. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, nimefurahi sana
kwa hapa. Big great fan of football. Timu yake ilinyoroshwa lakini tutakwambia ilinyoroshwa na nani?
Yake ni gani?
Usiogope. Utaijua tu. Wale walipigwa mabao hawezi hesabu kwa mkono mmoja.
Hii inaitwa kunyesewa.
Ndio hiyo sasa. Well, also on the show, Wahiga Mora is not with us today. Lilian Mule is standing in for Wahiga, and Lilian will tell us why Wahiga is not here. Lilian, what happened to Wahiga?
Wahiga apparently lost his voice, or that's what we're supposed to believe. I think something went terribly wrong with a team he was supporting. But anyway, Wahiga is not well, so very proudly sitting in for him this afternoon. And as you can see behind me, the winning jerseys, that is the jerseys of the teams that are going to the finals. Argentina, Germany, they've made it to the finals that Sunday. But in the third place playoff, of course, we've got Brazil right here and the Netherlands. They'll be fighting for third place. That is on Saturday. So a lot to talk about here this afternoon. Very interesting guests in studio this afternoon as well. But let's cross over to Sidi and hear what she has for us.
Thank you, Lilian. My new name is Gazelle, I think. I was off yesterday, but it's very good to be back. Now remember, we are on social media and we do air what you tell us live on this broadcast. Our hashtag is Viva Brazil for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're also taking in SMSs on 22422. We only have 2 matches left to go. The third playoff and the winners. So give us your feedback on social media. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. But right now I'm going to pass over to Mr. Michael Kinyi.
We continue with the show and technical hitch kidogo, lakini msiogope ni nini, mtaona tu tunarudi saa hii. Mheshimiwa, tell us, your team, which team were you supporting?
Traditionally,
this is open forum.
Traditionally?
Yes.
Traditionally,
being from Machacos, we support Brazil.
Why from Machacos, Brazil? What's the relationship?
Well, I think the yellow color.
But a typical Brazilian fan.
You look at the Germans. Look at the Germans, for example. You know, the Germans, the way they were lining up, it looked like they were going for a firing squad. And I think they look like they would be afraid to go back home.
Wapi huko mnatoka?
Ati hapo kutoka Kitui. Hata anajua tunatoka Kitui sote.
Timu yako ilikuwa gani?
Mimi yangu ilikuwa Brazil. But sitaki kuongea maji kuhusu Brazil because what they really assembled me. I cried so much yesterday. I just spent my day crying. Crying. No one to console. Ndio nikajua hapa usambi cha mpira unakupaa peke yako. No wonder watu ujinyonga. Yeah.
Sababu uko peke yako?
Niko peke, nililia peke yangu. Hakuna mtu analilia hapo karibu.
Umehamia timu gani sasa?
Sasa okay, jana yesterday I was nilikuwa niende na Netherlands. But niliporealize hapa kuna upuzi. Nikasift.
Mara moja.
Now I was in Argentina.
Bas, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Na finali sasa uko nao umekwama? Utakwama na Argentina finali?
Yes, niko nao. Niko nao. Siwezi toka hapo.
Sidi.
Bamba to bamba.
You have a guest in studio. Who's your guest today?
Yes, I do. We have a beautiful lady. She got to us by tweeting and SMSing. She actually really wanted to come here so much, but her name is Sharon and she's going to be a guest analyst.
Sharon, who is in studio with us. She's a proud supporter of Netherlands. Yani niko na losers wote.
Kasimbi si mchezo mwema. Yeah.
Hiyo ndio gani?
Kasimbi si mchezo mwema.
Haya.
Hiyo utauliza swali.
Shikilia hapo, shikilia hapo. Tunataka kuanza sasa. So ulipiga firimbi, piga firimbi tena tuanze. Okay. Argentina made the World Cup finals for the first time in 24 years in a nerve-wracking penalty shootout against Netherlands. 120 minutes of scrappy football could not break the deadlock, leading to the dreaded penalty shootout to separate the two teams. Well, still on that game, Netherlands coach Louis van Gaal says he made Aston Villa centre-back Ron Vlaar take the first penalty yesterday, only after asking two other unnamed Dutch players who refused. Van Gaal also said he would have again brought on reserve goalkeeper Tim Krul if he had not already used all his other substitutions. Vlaar missed the first penalty to hand Argentina the initiative in the shootout. After being widely praised for his tactics in the shootout win against Costa Rica when he brought on Krul, Van Gaal said that penalties were simply a matter of luck. Bwana Governor, inasemekana watu waliogopa kupiga penalty. How possible is that?
Unajua, penalties have a lot of pressure because ni wewe na huyu na wewe. Yes. And you've even seen how some goalkeepers, they try and threaten the player.
Yani one-on-one.
One-on-one. Lakini unajua the pressure is actually coming from the fans. Unafikiria watu nyumbani watasema namna gani, watu wa mkahawa wako watasema namna gani, utakuwa unapita kwa barabara, they don't even point at you with their finger, they point at you with their tongue.
Kwa nini coach akuweka yule goalkeeper alimsaidia kwa quarter finals? Ule goalkeeper wa Netherlands.
Anasema
coach wa Netherlands
alikuwa ametumia substitution zote.
Ndio.
Sasa hakuwa na nyingine, angetumia nyingine.
Sasa unaona?
Anaruhusiwa tatu.
Hapo sasa ndio makosa ilitokea. Yes, angetumia ule goalkeeper angefungwa.
Lakini wewe umeona vile Argentina wanapiga penalty boss.
My friend, waacha hata kama napigwa aje. Angeweka ule goalkeeper, huyo ndio alikuwa superb. Yes.
If you look at how they played, the player Ron Vlaar, he lost the first penalty to hand over the initiative to Argentina. But then if you look at Argentina, they've only conceded 2 goals the whole tournament. Wamefungwa mara mbili peke yake. And we are proud it's Nigeria waliwafunga.
Yes.
Hawajafungwa game nyingine. Round of 16, they won 1-0. Quarterfinals, wakashinda. Semifinals, ndio wameshinda without conceding. Does that give a statement of the intentions?
Well, it talks about the stability of the defense that they have. If you look at the defense of Argentina, it will be very hard for Germany, for example, to penetrate it the way they penetrated Brazil's their defense, which and it looks with experience. Look at the players playing for Argentina.
Yes.
The amount of experience they have and age, they don't get freckled very easily. You know, it won't be messy because we already have Messi on our side. It won't be messy at all.
Yes.
You know, we'll correct it. So the issue is all about Argentina know what they want. They are very pragmatic. They have won the World Cup before. So this is a game that is coming up of champions.
Argentina ni majirani wao, hawasikizani hata kidogo. Kama watu wa Brazil, mtasupport nani kwa final?
Kwa finals? Kwa finals nitasupport Brazil.
Hawako kwa final? Utawasupport aje na hawako?
Okay. Ngoja kitoko ni consult. Ngoja ni consult.
Una consult oracles?
Mheshimiwa ongea hiyo kwanza alafu. Kwa finals.
Kwa finals. Unajua nataka kuambia, ngoja kuna mchezo unaendelea kule Brazil unaitwa World Cup.
Yes. I know.
Kwa hiyo mchezo ukiendelea, mali imefikia kuna finals. Kuna Argentina na Germany. Watacheza Jumapili. Germany.
Support Germany.
Mheshimiwa, who do you back?
I'm backing Argentina.
Even as a Brazil fan who do not like...
No, we actually, you know, it's all about the continent. There's a South American continent and there's Europe.
Yes, sir.
Well, you hakuna vile nyote mtakuwa mmevaa manjezi, and then me I'm putting something which is not Lembo, and I'm a fan. Yeah? No, it cannot.
Tutakupatia, I think, where is the small
one?
Iko hapo chini.
That one.
Iko hapo. Iko hapo ndani.
The Van Persie Brazil.
It's in there actually.
There's a special one for him underneath the table.
Super.
Enda uchukue mwenyewe.
Yes, ala ni nini? Sasa hapa nikingoja mmejibaliza. Ai. Oh.
Did you just do that? That's too big for you.
Put it for me.
That's too big for you.
Yeah. Weka ndani, tumbukiza ndani.
Sawa, acha nikuvalishe.
Na mimi hata sijai kukukaribia. So I take that advantage. Ile anaongea bila mimi kumezea mate.
Really?
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, now I look fun.
All right, and let's take a look at what else happened. And Argentina secured their place into the final of the FIFA World Cup, edging the Netherlands on penalty shootout. Brazil, which borders Argentina from the south, will definitely experience an influx of more fans after their bitter rivals sailed through to Sunday's final. And Citizen TV's Bernard Ndong recaps how the fans in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, reacted to their victory over the technical Dutch.
Wednesday evening, the streets of Rio de Janeiro were painted blue and white. The host country, Brazil, was hammered 7-1 by Germany in the semi-final on Tuesday, and Argentina held South America's hopes of a title. Hernan Soto is an Argentinian who has been making replica wooden trophies since the World Cup started. He was confident Argentina would beat the Dutch, reach the final and lift the real one. Argentina is famous for three people: Diego Maradona, Messi and the Pope. However, the real Pope is in the Vatican in Italy. The Copacabana beach was not as full as previous occasions where fans would watch the match on the large screen. Unlike Tuesday's semi-final, which had a flurry of goals being scored, Wednesday's semi-final pitting Argentina and the Netherlands was a complete contrast. The match stretched into extra time, and the goalless scoreline put a strain on the players and their supporters who were watching. The tie was decided by penalties, and it was mixed emotions with each penalty attempt. Argentina proved to be the stronger of the two on the spot, beating the Dutch 4-2.
It's a wonderful dream. We win the final World Cup in 3 days. It's impossible to say anything.
It was very hard, and we deserve it. We deserve the championship.
I was so nervous the whole game, and now I'm so happy.
Argentina is the best one. It's the best one. It's just the best one. There's nothing that I cannot say. Brazil, where are you, Brazil? I'm waiting for you.
For the Dutch supporters, they will have a chance to watch their team play one final time in the World Cup on Saturday against Brazil in the 3rd and 4th place playoff.
The Dutch played great defense, and so did Argentina. It's a great game to watch.
Third place game, I think, very hard to say. Very hard to say. I think the Dutch.
Indeed, it will be a South American team that will be facing a European team in the final of the FIFA World Cup, with Argentina having secured their place to the final following a deserved victory over the Netherlands. For the Argentinian fans, they were happy, they were celebrating that they were through to the final. Reporting for Citizen Sports, I'm Bernard Ndong in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Right now I'm going to hand over to Mr. Mike Okinyi on the pitch. What do you have for us?
Sidi calls me Mr. Mike Okinyi, surely. Sidi, did you know the last time I was called Mr.?
Well,
it's a long time.
It's better than being called Mrs. Mike Okinyi.
Oh, yeah.
Or Miss,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Better by far. Sharon joins us on the pitch now. Sharon, you are a shabiki wa
Netherlands.
KNVB, Netherlands. Your sentiments, mnasikiaje vile mmenyoroshwa?
Actually, I accepted everything because
there was no choice because there was no choice.
Yeah, there was no choice. It's penalty, though there could be a choice. I was very mad when Van Persie was let out and then the final sub was made. Actually, Costa Rica, he did very well. I was very impressed. And we were all hoping, I'm sure every Netherlands fan was hoping Krul would be the one to take on the penalties. But
Van Gaal, Mheshimiwa Van Gaal is a very good tactician. He's excellent in terms of tactics. Everyone expected that Krul will come on.
Exactly.
And I'm sure Argentina had studied Krul.
And you see, that's why you find players that are very good when passing others. They don't perform at times very well because they are targeted. Ni man-to-man, wana block you. It's like when Brazil was playing all back, Neymar, one of the games hardly performed because kila mahali alikuwa ameekwa.
Hata Messi jana.
Na kuna mtu ameekwa, amemsoma, ameangalia akamsoma, hata vile magoti ameangalia video, they know how these guys, behaves. So yuko na yeye. So they can't perform at times. That's why at times you find the coach has to make a decision. Who do I retain? Who do I remove? And also trying to think about who do I have on the field in case it doesn't go the way I want.
Well, you had something to say on that, Shari.
Yeah. When he said about Neymar, I thought of Brazil. I wondered why Brazilians or Brazil fans had so much hope, because from the start, if you check on how they started their World Cup, Neymar alikuwa amebeba Brazil kwa mgongo. So the moment he was injured, I knew done.
Yeah, but you see, ako mbeba kwa mgongo as a good player.
Yes.
It's that he was the hope and aspiration. He was the symbol of victory. Not that he was the only good player.
Yes.
And so that's why it's a psychological game. That's why even like the penalties, at times it's psychological. At times it's having the stronger mind which comes with experience.
And then actually I wondered why the coach Scolari left out Pato, Ronaldinho, Kaka, and then you put on Maicon?
Yes.
Really?
But Maicon played better than Dani Alves on the right back.
Yes, he did, yeah.
To be honest, he came on and he was a much better player huko. Ingekuwa Maicon na yuko hii game ya juzi, Brazil wangeona moto. Wangepepetwa zaidi.
But walipepetwa 7.
Now they'd have been 10.
6.
She's very happy about Brazil losing, yeah?
No,
I'm actually happy. The reason why is because we had placed a bet with my dad. 5K.
Na amekulipa.
Him.
Michael.
Yes. Nisaidie.
Netherlands, the big mistake they made, they had the upper hand. Pali palikuya problem, wali concentrate sana to block Messi.
Everyone concentrated on defending.
Yes, Messi.
Yeah, no.
Wakasahau wanavaa kucheza.
Hata Argentina
agree with me or not?
Mimi nakubaliana na wewe.
Hata Argentina wali play defense. Ghana was a defending game.
Mheshimiwa, if you look at both teams, yeah?
Yes.
It was very tactical. They knew there's a talisman in each team.
Yes.
Messi on this side, Robin on this side. They were both locked out. What was the effect?
Well, the effect was that we went to extra time. And the effect is that we went to, it was too cautious. And the effect also was that the game became boring.
Very
because
true.
by halftime, a lot of people, I believe, went to bed. Because the game was not really thrilling, because they were playing a tactical defensive game. And at times people want to see goals.
Yes.
And the earlier the goals they are, the sweeter or the more entertaining the game begins.
And actually the goals change the games.
They change the games.
Okay.
Moja inafungwa, wale wengine wanaamka.
Wanaamka, wanajaribu kutafuta hiyo bao.
And then now, as fans, we get entertained.
Yeah,
well, Lillian, we continue.
Mike, you know I'm in a bit of trouble. Everybody is asking for my jersey. Everybody wants my jersey.
You look good in it. That's your trouble. Nobody wants my jersey. Imagine.
Yeah,
Algeria.
I think it's because it fits really well. Plus, the Germany colors are really good.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on and see. By the way, back to you, Mike. Was it me yesterday, or did the World Cup end for Brazil yesterday? Because looking at the stadium all around, I hardly saw any yellow jerseys. There was very few of them there.
Yesterday, Argentina was playing. Argentina is next door to Brazil. There's no way they will come to watch an Argentina game in their droves. They came a few, and those few were trying to support the opponents. They were with the Netherlands.
Is it?
Yes, because Argentina and Brazil go a long way. It's like Harambee Stars and Uganda Cranes. There is no way we'll let Uganda Cranes win any day. There's no way Uganda Cranes will let Harambee Stars win any day. And the fans don't like each other. So the fact that Brazil were already out and Argentina in the semis, they could not stand it. And they were saying, we cannot stand to see Argentina winning. So the best thing is,
stay away, yes. And let's take a look at what else was happening elsewhere. Nigeria has been suspended from all international football amid allegations of government interference in its football federation. FIFA announced the ban.
Well, very interesting views there. Mheshimiwa, you'll help us here a lot because Nigeria are considering being knocked out of the round of 16 of the World Cup a failure. And the government decided, you know what? Let's do away with these football administrators. We need a fresh start. We need to jumpstart our football. We cannot be failing at the same level all the time. Qualifying for the World Cup is not an issue. Making it past the round of 16 is the issue. And they've got a pool of talented players that we thought would move far. Now, the Nigerian government has bitten the bullet where others have failed. Wameshindwa ku take this action because anytime you touch on the federation, FIFA tells you, no government interference in football. So I don't know.
I think those rules are meant for African nations.
Why do you say that?
Because of the kind of corruption, the kind of problems that we've had with governments interfering with the private sector, with other agencies, with government officials wanting kickbacks. It's an African phenomenon, I think, myself. So I think some of these rules by FIFA were actually targeting African nations. But I can see where Nigeria is coming from. If you have a body that is really mandated to run football and it's not doing a good job, and if you leave it to them, it just becomes a kangaroo, system. At times you bite the bullet. You say, get rid of them. Let's put the system in order. We get suspended for 2-3 years. We become strong, or even 1 year. We elect good officials because we are managing. It's no longer corruption. Then those good officials come and Nigeria makes it to the finals. And I think it's a pain you have to bear to get the results that you want.
But if we do that, Mheshimiwa, the ripple effect is that your referees don't officiate in any international tournaments. Your players do not get to play in any tournaments. Your league, you'll just play in your league and you'll not play with any other team.
But you see, the suspension is until the new NFF body is in place or there's a body running it.
Yes.
So if the government is clever, they just need to push this within 3 weeks.
Yes.
Sort out things within 3 weeks. Have a full body running, and then government said, we don't want to interfere. Let the body run it.
You see,
it's a body that is mandated.
The problem is the government will constitute a body that it feels is representative.
No. The government will provide the enabling environment for a body that can work to be put into place.
Exactly. Now
so they cannot constitute. If they are smart, they will not try and constitute the body. No. They're just going to provide an environment where the right people get to the right places.
Sharon, do you agree with what FIFA has done to Nigeria?
Actually, banning them from any international games, I don't agree.
Why?
Because I'm wondering, okay, they put their best foot forward.
Yes.
In this World Cup. I've never seen, fine, they're defending champions of AFCON 2013, 2014, but they really tried to reach where they reached. They put their best foot forward. So I don't agree. They should give them at least a chance. But
Cameron, I'll come back to you. There's something you wanted to clarify. I'll remind you on that one after this one. You are talking about, and I was really impressed when you talked about, you said in Machakos County, you want to build up a training center. Because no national team, even Nigeria themselves, they don't train in the capital city. They train away from the capital city because of the interference that you have. Interference, this time not to mean people coming to the team, but there's a lot of, there are too many
political
things,
and
exactly,
all
too many
those
things
issues.
happening. Talk us through that. When you're saying you want to build a training center
we want
in
Machakos, we've set money aside and we're going to build like an academy, which we are going to start and by getting the right players from around Machakos and inviting teams to actually come and train in Machakos. Get an academy with a good field, 1 or 2 soccer fields that they can practice, with dorms so people can come and stay in hotels and actually play. Because without that, you see, athletics have something up in the hills.
Yes.
We don't have anything for football in this country. So if we can set up one in Machakos, and we know we can do it very quickly, we put the right finances on it, get the support coming in from the private sector, then we can actually grow our football. I remember when Sekafa was going on, I had a chat talk with Harambee Stars and the teams and everything, and they go to Kasarani, but it's actually not theirs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's temporary, and they were even asking me whether they can come and reside in Machakos and be using our stadium as their training stadium and live there for a while. And I realized there's a gap. There's a gap for some of those things.
When you talk about they stay at Kasarani, do you know they actually have what we call the FIFA Goal Project?
Yes.
It's a gift from FIFA from the 2010 World Cup, where the ripple effect, the proceeds from the World Cup were to trickle down to federations. And what we did was the FIFA started the Goal Project together with governments in Africa.
Yes.
And they were building up these training centers and domes and all that. We have one at Kasarani that has been run down. Nobody lives there. And when this administration of football came on board, they said it's substandard. We cannot live there. So when you're building an academy complete with domes, what kind of facility are we looking at?
We're talking about 3 to 4 star hotel rooms, proper hotel rooms, proper services. In Machakos, we try to do things well. After all, it's a place to be.
Okay.
We do proper ones, because if you look at the stadium, for example, we have the best, what you'd call changing rooms. You've seen them.
I've seen
I
them.
think we have the
there.
best changing rooms in sub-Saharan Africa. Maybe South Africa may have not better ones, but equivalent. Not better.
Actually on the same
maybe
level.
equivalent. It's same level.
Yes.
We went for the international standard. We looked at what they have in Europe, what they have in America, and we built them in Machakos, and we've maintained them at that standard. So we need something where we can actually invite even teams from outside Kenya, even from Europe, from Asia, from South America, to actually come and reside in Machakos and do their training there.
Well, give a governor 1 minute, he will take 1 hour to sell his county. That is Governor Mutua for you. Lilian, nimeambiwa ni handover kwa Lilian. We are doing Viva Brazil.
Yeah, na kuna mtu hapa anasema anataka Argentina dress kama ya Inspector Mwala. It looks like a dress.
It's Argentina, Nicolea.
Yeah, and somebody is saying, yeah, nataka ya Argentina, lakini nataka dress. Anyway, then somebody here saying they're missing Wahiga so much. This is Susan from Roysambu. I was supporting Brazil, but nimeshindwa. Now, what to say? May the best team win. I'm sad because Wahiga, Hayuko. So somebody's missing you, Higgs. But let's take a look at what else was happening. And an Argentine journalist covering the 2014 Brazil World Cup was killed in Sao Paulo as a result of a police chase that ended in a fatal road accident. The body of 38-year-old Argentine Jorge Luis Lopez of La Red de Radio was found flung outside his taxi that was taking him back to the hotel on the eve of the semi-final match between Argentina and Netherlands. Military police were chasing a stolen car that crashed into a taxi that Lopez was riding in. The collision smashed the taxi into a post and flung the Argentine journalist from the car. His wife, Veronica Brunati, learned about the death from Atletico Madrid coach Diego Simeone via Twitter. This is the second journalist from Argentina to die from a road accident in Sao Paulo. 26-year-old Maria Soledad Fernandez died in a crash after the game between Argentina and Switzerland in Sao Paulo.
Que estavam no carro roubado. Adolescente de 16 anos foi apreendido. Os criminosos estavam com 2 armas.
Well, that's what we have for you for now. We should take a short break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the finals. What do we have for the finals? What other stories do we have for you? Right after the break. Don't go away.